mini skirt on, dip my body in glitter. Platform sneakers, all the boys want a picture. Foreign cars, I make rich look richer. Save your breath, baby, I'm not going home with ya.
My name is Samala Ali Cronin, and I am a bachelor and Wapabara woman from Gari and the Keppel Islands in Queensland, and I'm a cultural professional and First Nations advocate. I also am a fashion designer and a published author.
My name is Marley Morgan. I'm a proud Milaroi and Wiradjuri woman. I'm a photographer, and I also run a mentoring program called Shadow Sisters. I'm an advocate for inclusivity and equality within the fashion industry, and I'm a mum of 3 beautiful boys. So sis, what do you think of economic reconciliation between our mob and corporate Australia?
Ooh, that's a big question, sis. And I got to unpack it to answer it.
Okay, I mean, I'm very keen to hear your answer on this.
Well, you even give me goosebumps asking me a question like that. What does reconciliation mean to you, and what is your understanding of reconciliation, the word?
Well, for me, I feel like we haven't been reconciled with, when you look at Reconciliation Week, where they're asking mob to work and we're doing the work, where it should be the other way around. Like, why do we need to reconcile when we're the ones who are still going through continuous trauma?
Yep. It makes me wild, sis, because if you go and get a dictionary and you look up reconciliation, it is an act that happens after an agreement has been made and it has then broken down. Then you come together to reconcile. Prior to reconciliation, you have to have conciliation. So anybody that has ever gone through Fair Work or any kind of arbitrary process like that, well, they have to go through a conciliation process. It's where 2 parties don't agree over something. So they have to reconcile their differences and then move forward. And then sometime after that, if those differences that they have reconciled then break down, you come together for reconciliation. So I would like to know where in the 250 years we have been colonised, we have had conciliation prior to this reconciliation. Because as far as I'm aware, and the statistics tell us so, that there has never been any form of conciliation for our people and this government. And for us to have reconciliation with corporate Australia, we would need to actually enter into the process of conciliation in the first place.
I absolutely agree, sis. And it comes down to listening to the voices of grassroots mob.
100%.
And I think it's shown so many times where things have gone wrong because there has been no consultation and they're not listening to the voices on the ground.
They're reconning the silly nation. Exactly
right.
I think we've entered into a time in history right now where we have a seat at the table. Albeit a begrudged one. They've provided the seats because we're in a time in history worldwide, globally, where the seat has to be there, as tokenistic as it may be. We need tables.
I absolutely agree. So I was going to say the same thing. We need a full table. A seat at the table is not good enough anymore. It's never been good enough. We need our own full table where everyone's voice is heard and valued.
Because to be self-determinant in our sovereignty, we need to be autonomous with our finances, and we need to be secure economically. And to do that, we cannot do that when we are constantly having a carrot dangled over us and we're hungry. So if you do that to starving people, they're going to eat it.
I agree. That is a good way to put it. I 100% agree.
So we need tables with more than just carrots. There are ways that corporate Australia can genuinely, authentically help us to the pathway to our own autonomy and self-determination. They cannot provide us the answers, but they do have the money. We have inherited transgenerational trauma, and 97% of this country has inherited the transgenerational wealth. This is why we have to do these kinds of have these kinds of conversations about how to manage our money and how to be financially secure, because that knowledge has not been passed down from our mothers and our grandmothers and our great-grandparents on how to navigate freehold title, how to,
Exactly.
you know, we've survived and we've done it well because we are here.
We are here. We've
Yeah.
survived. I absolutely agree, sis.
So we know how to survive.
Yeah.
Now we need to move into the time where we know how to thrive.
100%. I agree also. I think now is the time more than ever that we start listening to mob, and it's important, you know, we have our own self-determination. We know how to survive. We just need to be backed to thrive.
That's right. And
But like without the terms and conditions that comes with it.
100%.
We do it on our own terms and conditions because we're more than capable. It's just we're heavily underfunded, and also we need access to this
Equity and capital. And to do that, we cannot do that through government. At the end of the day, you would never ever ask the victim of any crime to go to their perpetrator for healing or restitution or anything like that. It's all, there's processes in place, but
Yeah.
that's not where it comes from. So, you know, a lot of the things that have been done to us historically
Yeah.
have actually come as a result of the Australian government. Now, there is a whole other industry there, and it is corporate Australia, and they have benefit from what has happened to us from the policies that the government have enacted. It is time for you to realise that that benefit that you enjoy needs to come back to the people that it was sourced from. And that is how restitution happens with corporate Australia. There is major money in this country, and our people live on the bottom of the socio-economic scale. The money is there to make a difference. People just need to put their money where their mouth is.
I can't even top that. That's so well said, sis. I absolutely agree. 100%. Like,
So what are we going to say to corporate Australia?
give us the right funding and resources for us to thrive on our own terms and conditions.
Put your money where your mouth is. Your Shutter Sister program. Can you tell me a bit more about that? Because I think that might be a great opportunity for reconciliation.
Absolutely, sis. So I grew up in Lightning Ridge. It's a small town in northwestern New South Wales, Yellow Country.
Opal country, eh?
Opal country, that's it. So very rich in opals, but a lot of the mob out there still living, you know, below the poverty line. So growing up, I always had a passion for photography, but, you know, never had the money to like fully start a business because it, like realistically, you know, camera equipment, all that, it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
My parents did manage to get me an amazing camera I was able to practice on, which I'm really grateful for. And then I just, throughout my life, you know, just was doing photography for all different like mediums, phones, cameras, whatever was available, webcams.
Yeah. Any media you can get your hands on.
Yeah. So, you know, now that I'm in a more stable, like financially stable position, I really want to get back and, you know, you look at like remote towns, like where I'm from, sport is really big, but like there's not enough going into the art.
It's always been the thing that's been funded so much more. Hey?
Sports is
Yeah.
like heavily more fun.
Deadly.
Oh, love it. But, you know, like I think especially in our regional and remote towns, like it's not much to do. There's not many opportunities. So I thought it'd be amazing if I could, you know, give back and help someone that was like me when I was younger with wanting to pursue a career in photography, or even just take it up as a release, like a hobby.
Yeah.
So I put it out there on Instagram. If anyone had any equipment or if anyone was interested, I'd offer them some free mentoring sessions. And I've been lucky enough to have like some people reach out. And even though it's still really early days of planning, I'm so excited to see where it will take these women, and I'm hoping they do begin a career out of it and they inspire their communities, or they're able to, you know, like start making some money. And
you know, you've really actually paved out, because you're so humble, but you've really paved out a space for them to enter into if they wanted to pick that up as a profession as well. As a Black woman photographer, mum, you know, you show a lot of these young ones that they can do it.
it is a really hard industry to get into because it is very white male dominated. But I'm hoping, if they see that I'm a Black woman, that it'll inspire them to pick up a camera, that it is achievable. Like, I've been able to go to some incredible places and meet some amazing people like yourself and work with you in your amazing line. And yeah, I'm hoping that I inspire that next generation of young Black girls.
Well, to do that, I'm just thinking about everything that you've said, and you've had quite a bit of a call out.
Yeah.
To do that, I'm guessing you probably need equipment.
I do. So I've been lucky to get some equipment through donations, but it's still like financially, it's like quite uncomfortable. Comfortable. It's quite
It's that shame factor, eh?
Yeah, like
you get the whole
like,
thing.
oh, it's for the money and stuff. For me, like, I feel, shame. Like, do you want to help my little small idea? But I just put that shame behind me, and I'm like, no, this is going to benefit.
Because it's for these young ones,
It's for these young ones.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of myself, and
and there's no
shame. It's going to
honestly, you should be proud of what you're doing.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no shame involved in that. But it's that way that again, all us mob know this, we all have that shame factor. Like, oh, don't say that, I won't do that.
Yeah, no, you got to get past that shame, mate.
Yeah, don't be shamed, be
Don't
game.
be shame, that's it. And that's where, once you get past that shame, that's when you start seeing real success financially, and in so many other ways. You become rich within yourself with confidence, and
and ask and they shall receive as well.
Exactly. There's no shame in it. And there is people out there that want to help also.
They just don't know how.
They just don't know how. And I think, the issue is there's so much money out there in this country. Like, let's be real, we're a very rich country. It's just where that money is going. I think not just for my business, because I'm, quite happy to, still learn and do everything's grassroots. But I think it'd be amazing to see some of these larger corporations put their money where their mouth is and start investing in grassroots initiatives and
being ethical with their
being
investments.
ethical with their investments,
Do
it from a place of authenticity, not from being tokenistic. Because, looking at it with my career, and you've probably seen it a lot, there's a lot of, people that want to support you, but it isn't coming from a place of authenticity. It's quite tokenistic, and that itself, being the token Black fella for these corporations, it's humiliating. It makes you feel quite down on yourself. Yeah,
you become unseen again.
You become unseen, and what you're doing, you start questioning that. Like, oh, was this just, do they actually think that this is a worthy cause, or do they like my business, or am I just another ticker box, a diversity quota?
When we're more than just numbers.
Oh, sis, we are so much more than that.
Yeah.
We are incredible, and we deserve to be invested in. I love to see more people invest into Black women.
And it's proven, it is actually proven that our ventures work.
Absolutely, sis. Like, you and me were success stories that if, you really believe in a business and you invest in them, and not even like invest financially, just help them, support them, invest your time, your love,
your energy.
Like, we thrive.
Yeah. That's that currency that keeps us going, and it brings monetary investments.
Absolutely.
Staying true to you, your cultural values, and making sure that you're bringing people around you up with you as we go.
I agree. Absolutely. And that's what I hope to see with Shutter Sisters, to bringing those around me.
You have no doubt you're going to do that.
Mini skirt on, take my body in glitter. Platform sneakers, all the boys want a picture.